in the group a question has been asked whether the angle between the crystallographic axis in case of a hexagonal system, is it 60 degree or is it 120 degrees? Actually there are two angles. So the question is, in case of we're talking about a hexagonal system, okay, and whether the angle is 60 degrees or 120 degrees. And we'll see actually there are two angles in a hexagonal system. One, which is, you see in a hexagonal system you have this base and then you have the perpendicular planes to the base, and that is basically your C axis. Okay, so angle, is it 120 degree or 60 degree? So in short, this is the correct answer. Okay, so strictly speaking this is the correct answer, although some people may say that it is also 60 degree. We'll see how this happens. First of all, in case of hexagonal system, it is different from other crystal systems in the sense that in other crystal systems we work with 3 axes, crystallographic axis. In a hexagonal system we usually take 4 axes. It is not that we require 4 axes, okay, so we can work with 3 axes also. Using 4 axes makes our job a lot easier in the sense that it simplifies many calculations that we do for, or analysis that we do for hexagonal system. Now how are these 4 axes defined? Okay, so 3 of the axes, which are called A1, A2 and A3, are on the base. Okay, so this base that you see in here, so these 3 axes are along this base. The 4th axis is the C axis that is written here, okay, which is perpendicular to this basal axis. So if I write A1, A2 and A3 here, okay, the 3rd axis is perpendicular to this base. Okay, so A1 is equal to A2 equals to A3, okay, is not necessarily equal to the C axis. Okay, so that is the condition that we have. So the C axis, its length could be bigger or smaller than this axis on this plane. Okay, now what else do we have in case of a hexagonal system? So you have A1 equals to A2 equals to A3, not necessarily equal to C axis. Is the thing that this angle between, what is the angle between this A2 and A3 axis? Okay, the C axis is actually perpendicular to all these axes. So you can see this angle is basically 90 degrees. It is perpendicular to the basal plane. Now I will draw these axes A1, A2, A3 on this base. Okay, assuming that the C axis is going inside the board. Okay, so if my C axis is going inside the board, I can draw it with a cross. Okay, and the other 3 axes that I have in here, those 3 axes A1, A2, A3, I will draw these like this. Okay, so you have, I will draw here plus A1. Now you have, this is important, whenever you have axis, so you need to define on which side it is plus and on which side it is negative. Just like when you have just x and y axis, or a and b axis and a axis, so you can say this is plus a, or I mean it's your choice if you are drawing it. So one direction, if you design this as plus b, this has to be minus b. If you say this is plus a, this is minus a. Okay, or if you say this is let's say if you have just x and y axis, if you say this is plus x, then this becomes minus x. Plus y, so this one will be plus y minus y. Okay, like this you have plus and minus direction. Here for example, if this is plus a1, this becomes minus a1. If this is plus a2, positive a2, this becomes negative a2 direction. If this becomes the 3rd direction will actually be in here. So we define 2 directions. Actually this will not be plus a2. So the way we will have it in this particular case is the sense that these angles should all be at, alright, so you have 3 angles. So one, this is the second one, and this is the 3rd one. Okay, so this is plus a1, this will be plus a2, okay, and this will be plus, erase this, so this will be actually plus a3. This way you will have these angles. So this becomes minus a3, this becomes minus a2. So like this you have angles. Now the crystallographic angle, okay, between these axes, you have to measure between plus a1 and plus a2, not between plus a1 and minus a3. Okay, so this angle becomes 120 degrees. Similarly, this angle becomes between plus a2 and plus a3 120 degrees, and the other angle is also 120 degrees. Now some people may say that the angle between plus A1, if you see just these two lines, it can be, this angle is actually 60 degrees. Similarly, all these angles will be 60 degrees between plus and minus A3 axis. So strictly speaking, the angle between crystallographic axis is actually 120 degrees, and all these are actually perpendicular to the C axis. So the angle between A1 and C, okay, so A1 is perpendicular to C axis, similarly A2 is perpendicular to C axis, and A3 is perpendicular to C axis. So this is the kind of way we define the crystallographic axis for a hexagonal system. Okay.